This is our Srinivas Reddy School Assistant Math ZPHS Dharmajipet. Today I am going to discuss about basic concepts for the IIT Foundation classes, 9th class Mathematics, first chapter, that is real numbers. Now first question, what is a rational number and what condition must its denominator satisfy? A rational number is a number that can be written in the form of p by q, where p, q are the integers and the denominator q not equal to 0. The condition q not equal to 0 is essential because division by 0 is undefined. Already we know here something by 0 is undefined. A number that can be written in the form of p by q. A number that can be written in the form of p by q, where p, q are the integers. That means, suppose 2 by 3. This is in the form of p by q. Here both p, q are the integers. P means 2, q means 3. 2 by 3 is a rational number. And q not equal to 0, conditions is satisfied here. Therefore, 2 by 3 is a rational. Suppose, for example, 0.5. Now removing the point, this is 0.5 can be written as point by 10. This is in the form of p by q, where p, q are the integers, q not equal to 0. These two conditions are satisfied here. Therefore, 0.5 is a rational number. Here 2 by 3 is a rational number, 0.5 is a rational number. Next, 0.3 bar. This can be expressed as a p by q form. The exact value of 0.3 whole bar is equals to 1 by 3. Here 1 by 3 is a rational number. That means 0.3 bar is a rational number. That means all the numbers can be are in the form of p by q or can be expressed in the form of p by q. Can be expressed. Expressed means 0.5 terminating decimal. Now this can be expressed in the form of p by q. That means 0.5 is equal to 5 by 10. 5 by 10. 0.3 bar. This is a non-terminating recurring decimal. This is also can be expressed in the form of p by q. That means 0.3 bar is equal to what we know here, 1 by 3. So number which are in the form of p by q or which can be expressed in the form of p by q. These type of numbers are called rational numbers. What are the key points here? In that p by q, p, q are the integers. Both integers. First condition, this one. Now second one, q not equal to 0, denominator never be 0. When a fraction can satisfy these two conditions, then that is a rational number. Now second question. Why is every integer also rational number? Integers are denoted by capital I. Minus infinity and so on. Minus 3, minus 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, plus infinity. Here every integer also rational number. This is the question here. Why? Any integer n can be written in the form of p by q. That means n can be written as n by 1. Since n and 1 are both integers and denominator is not 0, it satisfies the definition of real numbers. Therefore, every integer can be expressed in the form of p by q. For example, minus 3 is a integer. Here this can be written in the form of minus 3 by 1. Here take by denominator 1. So minus 3 is equal to minus 3 by 1. And minus 3 can be written in the form of minus 3 by 1, that is in the form of p by q. Suppose for another example 2. 2 is an integer. Here 2 can be written as 2 by 1. This is in the form of p by q. Both p comma q are the integer, q not equal to 0. These two conditions are satisfied here. Therefore, minus 3 is a integer, that is a rational number. 2 is a integer, that is a rational number. Similarly, minus 5 is a integer, that is a rational number, because that can be written in the form of 5 by 1. Therefore, all the integers can be expressed in the form of p by q. Therefore, all the integers are called rational numbers because they can be expressed in the form of p by q. Therefore, every integer also rational number. Every integer also rational number. Now, next question. Is 0 a rational number? Explain. Is 0 is a rational number? Explain. Yes, it is a rational number because 0 can be written in the form of 0 by 1. That is in the form of p by q. Here p is equal to 0, q is equal to 1. Both p comma q are the integers, q not equal to 0. All the conditions of rational numbers are satisfied here. Therefore, 0 is a rational number because that can be expressed in the form of p by q. Okay. Now next question. What is the fundamental differences between rational number and an irrational number? Rational number means that can be expressed in the form of p by q. Irrational number means that cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. Rational, irrational. A rational number can be expressed in the form precisely as a fraction of p by q up to integers, q not equal to 0. Its decimal form is either terminating or non-terminating repeating. An irrational number cannot be expressed in fraction of 2 integers and its decimal form is non-terminating, non-repeating. So, every rational number can be expressed in the form of p by q. That means all the numbers are in the form of p by q here. Here, not in the form of p by q and p by q form lo undavu. So, right. Next, the decimal expansion of rational number are terminating and non-terminating recurring decimals. Here, for the irrational number, the decimal expansion of irrationals, non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. Here, non-terminating, non-recurring. Here, terminating, non-terminating, recurring decimal. Major these two differences between rational and irrational. Every rational number can be expressed in the form of p by q. Every rational, the decimal expansion of every rational number may be terminating or non-terminating recurring. For irrational number, every irrational number cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. The decimal expansion of every irrational is non-terminating, non-recurring. Non-terminating, non-recurring. For example, 0.1234507 and so on. This is a non-terminating, non-recurring. This is a irrational. Suppose 0.5 is a terminating decimal. This can be expressed in the form of p by q. Therefore, this is a rational number. This is a terminating. 0.3 bar. This is a non-terminating, non-terminating repeating decimal. This can be expressed in the form of p by q. So this is equal to 1 by 3 answer. This is in the form of p by q. Right? So major differences in between rational and irrational. Every rational number can be expressed in the form of p by q. Rational number, the decimal expansion of rational numbers are terminating, non-terminating, repeating decimals. And every irrational number cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. The decimal expansion of irrationals is non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Now next question. Define real numbers. The collection of all rational numbers and all irrational numbers combined forms the set of real numbers. Every real number can be uniquely represented as a point on the number line. Right. The collection of rational numbers and irrational numbers are called real numbers. So real numbers are denoted by capital R. Capital R is equals to rational, the collection of rational, so rational number, and irrationals. Here this is called real numbers. So real numbers lo rationals, irrationals rendu untayi. P by Q forms non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. For example, 1 by 2, 0.3, root 3, root 2, root 5 and so on. All these are rational numbers. Rational number is nothing but the combination of real and irrational. The rational number is nothing but the combination of rational and irrational. Okay.